yet.
Okay, it says we're live.
It says we're live. Okay, good morning. What a crazy morning. Welcome to Coffee Beanery Sip and Share. I'm Laurie.
I'm Patti.
I'm Britton.
And Britton is our IT person trying to get our tech all figured out today.
All sorts of technical difficulties this morning.
So we were over on YouTube for like a hot second. So I have no idea.
We don't know where we are.
I'm not the tech person that.
Yeah, like it's put us live on all our other channels except for it wouldn't refusing to go live on Facebook.
Not Facebook. So we are going to try some cold brew this morning. A cold brew is pretty crazy, like just the processes and to make sure that it's safe is very complicated.
I took a
and
whole class.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yes. So somebody reached out to us and asked us if they wanted to can cold brew using our coffee. So we got the first shipment.
Yeah. Do you want to try it now?
And it was not amazing.
No.
But we use a like our espresso or a darker roast, and they wanted a really bright, light roast, so it was different than what would normally.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do a light roast.
Maybe it was because of their other product that they wanted us to try that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good. It just wasn't a good coffee selection. So we are going to try it
I didn't say it was good.
with.
Yes.
Well, it tasted like our coffee.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a coffee that I would sit there and.
Because it was a
marinate.
light roast that was cold brewed, it was just really acidic and bright, and I don't care for acidic or bright.
So we had them redo it with the coffee that we used in cold brew.
So haven't you guys tried it yet?
No,
No.
I haven't. Hi, Patty. Sorry,
Hello
we're a little
there.
late getting here.
Hopefully you can hear us. We have a new mic.
Oh, we do have a new mic, so let us know.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it refused to go live on Facebook through our streaming service thing. So now we're
We're just
only on
live.
Facebook today.
Live on Facebook, back to the olden days.
Yes.
I know it's gonna be such a pain to transfer everything.
The
It
olden
is.
days,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
It's
Facebook
okay.
no longer stores live videos after 30 days either, I don't think, right? They started that new thing.
Probably not. Can you imagine how many they
Oh
have?
my God, what
Yeah.
does the Facebook servers look like?
A lot of these services.
But think about all that
Imagine.
content and people with viral videos and stuff, and now it's
Yeah.
just gonna start deleting all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy.
No.
Yeah, and I think it was just specifically live videos. I don't know how many live or viral. Usually it's like a reel that somebody made. I'm not sure if that
Yeah, sometimes.
goes with their, but yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
unless you pay for storage though, I can understand it for sure.
Yeah. Look at the top of your coffee before you drink it.
I see it.
It's kind of like got crinkles on the top of it. It's probably the sugar.
They
Sugar.
added sugar to their cold brew.
Go ahead and give it a try.
Is this cold brew or the
Go ahead
lemonade
and,
thing?
Go ahead and give it a try.
No, is this cold brew or lemonade thing?
This is called Espresso Perfecto Shandy.
Oh, so they didn't send us just cold
I've
brew.
got the other one.
Oh yeah, I just want to try the cold brew.
No. Try this
First.
one.
No, I want to try the cold brew first. This one has lemonade in it.
They decided to send us a sample that has lemonade.
That's disgusting.
I was not expecting it. So when I tried coffee and lemonade yesterday, I about spit it on the wall. Like it almost just like spewed out of my mouth. I was like, what
Yeah.
am I tasting?
No, I don't even know who puts coffee with lemonade together.
Apparently it's a trend to do that. They did add turbinado sugar, which is why you're seeing that on the surface. I think it's just not
I wondered
for
when
me.
I smelled it. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I
is
thought it
this?
smelled super bright. That's why I was like, was this
Yeah.
really our espresso?
Yeah, it is our espresso, and they decided to
Okay.
deflower it by
Yeah,
adding.
we tried the
That was a sad decision.
Yeah, agreed. Wasn't a fan.
Okay.
This one is just our espresso perfecto. So yeah.
It'd be cool to be able to can this though.
I know.
Yeah, and canning is a really, really, really hard process. I had to do a class a few years ago on canning just to see because there's a way that you've got to do it and different ways.
Okay, this smells good.
And the equipment to do it is ungodly
better.
expensive.
Well, and it's the risk too
yeah.
if you don't have this.
Well,
Yeah.
water is a big mold risk, right? So if you have water that is sitting there that's not treated or heat treated,
That's good.
it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So yeah. I don't know. I'm so upset about the first one that.
That was just mean.
No, I was like, what are you doing? I don't know. I want the cold brew.
I wanted you guys to try it too because it's just like.
I will try it,
awful.
but knowing what it is at
Yeah.
least, actually, if everyone says it's gross, I'm not gonna
Well,
try it.
knowing what it is does make it a little bit better, I'm gonna say. When I drank it blind yesterday, I was upset. I was like, why would you do this? I emailed the lady right away. I was like, did you give me beer? Because it says shandy. And I'm like, does shandy mean beer? Because that's what I usually
That's
see
what
it
I
on,
would kind
right?
of think. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, I don't drink. So, like, what is this? What is this? And she's like, no, it's lemonade. It's great. I'm like, it is not great.
Did they add anything to this, or it's just?
I don't know. It
It's
does look like
just-
there's something on the surface. Let me see.
It almost tastes sweetened.
It tastes like they added something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I like our cold brew that we make better. I think it's got better notes in it, personally. This is our coffee. I just don't know how they.
It smells good.
what the
It's just,
process is.
I think,
Ground
well,
coffee,
or did
right?
they add a
No,
preservative or
whole
something
beans.
to it? Because that's gonna change everything.
Yeah. Well, and so usually when you do cold brew shelf stable, you do add citric acid to it. So citric acid makes it,
Right.
brighter.
Except for that one place that we went to that had that secret
Oh, yeah.
way to do it.
Yeah.
I've never signed an NDA that big.
To go see a factory, yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
But didn't our NDA even said that we couldn't even talk about the fact that we
Good
were there?
morning.
Yeah.
It's the taste.
Yeah. You can tell when we don't like something. We really don't have a poker face. You should probably play poker with us. Because,
We're not gonna like it.
I'm not even gonna try it because I can just smell I don't like it.
yeah. What I really would like to do is just rinse my mouth out at this time.
Well, I'm glad I brought my coffee in.
Yeah,
So.
I'm sad I didn't grab coffee.
Mm.
But I needed to brew a pod because it was a cinnamon coffee.
Oh, yeah. She did a pumpkin spice latte one, right?
Yeah.
It's not bad. I don't mind it. I like. Oh, I've got air laundry detergent in my car too.
I took it out.
So
Oh, you
random.
did.
I just owe you
Okay.
money for it. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
'cause
because
it's
we got
pumpkin
pumpkin spice
spice.
scented.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
like Buff City. You can get like any flavor
Mhm.
of their stuff in your. So my husband apparently didn't like our flavors of laundry detergent, So-
Your scents.
so he got Ferocious Beast.
Yes.
Nice.
I think he just wanted to say it. I think he just wanted to go to the laundry place and like, oh, can you give me some of that Ferocious Beast?
Well, he said he went in there and asked for the boy scents, and they started listing them, and they started with the Ferocious Beast. He didn't even smell them and said, that's the one. That's what I want.
Oh my
I want
gosh.
Ferocious Beast.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Shocking.
Who comes up with names like that? I mean, I guess like what says
well,
manly
one
or
is
man.
Commando, which
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what that means.
Well, I didn't actually take it as meaning you're not wearing underwear. I took it as like army guy.
That's
Like
not a
you're
commando.
Isn't that? Isn't a commando
He's a
somebody?
commander.
Okay, maybe. Maybe somebody tell us what
Someone
commando
going
means.
commando. Oh,
Commandos.
Charles in the military. Is it an official military term or
We'd like to know.
is it just the slang term?
Yeah, that's a. I mean, I always took it as that, but I guess I don't call people commandos either. I don't know.
It's a commander.
They say, "Oh, commando."
Yeah.
What's up, commando?
Going probably laugh us out.
Is something very different.
I heard the other day though that the military is doing something different where they don't transfer people around anymore. Like it's for families. So like if you get stationed in Hawaii, you pretty much stay in Hawaii your whole time. I don't know if that's true, but she told me that because her son had gotten stationed in Hawaii, and he's staying there unless he requests a transfer.
I think some people like though to
Mhm.
go different places.
Yeah, but you know when you think about like people who are in the army and have kids and they move around from school
I
to school
can see
to
when you
school.
have kids or whatever.
Yeah, that it might be better for them if you stayed in one spot.
I think
So
Courtney's husband did like terms places.
yeah,
And then so like
Stints, aren't they called stints?
yeah, whatever. And then when they got to the end of it, they could either request to stay or request to move.
yeah. I'm not sure how it works.
I think they get some
Yeah.
more choice, is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
But they don't get a choice of where they're going to move if they choose to move.
yeah.
Oh. Okay.
She made it sound like he could like put in for work because he wants to go live in Germany.
Yeah, they can put
So
like their
he-
top 5
yeah.
or something, but there's
Yeah.
no guarantee they're getting
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, because she talked about wanting to go visit him, and she's like, it costs $10,000 for the 3 of us to go visit him in Hawaii, and we're like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Please come to Colorado, and we'll visit you there. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's expensive.
The
to
life
get
of an
to
army
Hawaii.
family. or military family.
So coffee came down 22 cents
It did?
for a minute.
And then did it go back up?
It was
went back
really
up.
high yesterday.
Oh, was it?
It's just
Oh,
a daily
gosh.
thing, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, you look at it's
spikes.
hour by hour. I mean, there's a ticker running.
Yikes. Ugh.
So
And,
we've got it like set. So if it goes like below a certain price to buy,
okay.
like our buyer automatically buys. But
And so then is it like we buy so many shares, like unlock
you
it
buy
in?
futures,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
future crops.
All right.
So.
Let's hope.
And then hope those crops come to fruition.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
What
is.
happens if you buy share in a stock and it doesn't and it fails? Like you don't still pay for it, do you?
No, you can transfer it to something else.
Okay. I'm gonna say.
And sometimes you buy open futures so that you can switch it to anything, kind of, but you're locking in
The price.
That's
the
fair.
price.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like I wouldn't be very good about that. I'd be like, oh, buy it now. Buy it.
It's hard to know because then
Yeah.
you think, oh, it can't go higher, right?
Oh.
Famous last
Can't
words.
get any crazy. Yeah.
And then it goes
Yeah.
higher.
Army life definitely isn't for everybody. That's true, Deborah.
No, people definitely is, and I think a lot of people watching friends that are in the army or military, watching what their family goes through too. I'm a sucker for those ads when the dad shows up at
Oh
the,
God, yes.
the concert or whatever.
I'm sobbing every time.
Or the
surprising
mom,
their
yeah.
kids. Yes.
Especially a mom, it's like, oh, I can't
Yeah.
imagine being away from your
No,
kids for that
no.
long.
Or like the dogs that are so excited to see their people again after being gone, and they
Yeah.
just like can't contain themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is funny. Everybody's reaction is almost, it's like hug and put your legs around them.
Yeah, shock.
It's
yeah.
just, but the kids, yeah, because that's such a long period in their
Mhm.
little lives
Yeah,
that it would be tough.
yeah. Depending on how long it is too, that would be a lot.
So I have a lot of respect for people that are willing to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize some of the advantages though, like tax advantages, and I didn't. Yeah, there's a lot of advantages.
Are we doing a
to go
PSA
into
for the military right now?
Well, I just had no idea because
love
someone
this.
I know went out of the military into civilian life and didn't really take into account the benefits that weren't
Yeah.
monetary.
Yeah.
You know, the health insurance,
Mhm.
the
Mm-hmm.
no taxes or less taxes or something, housing.
Yeah.
You know, there was just a lot.
Yeah, the GI Bill, the college and stuff. So, I mean, my son right now is talking about going to the Air Force, and his therapist actually got him, and during one of their sessions, he called his friend who was Air Super Chief, something like that. It's the highest you can be in the military that isn't granted to you by a president or senator.
Okay.
Like, it's called something.
No idea.
He talked to Lane for like 20
51
minutes. Yeah, that's what I was
this
waiting.
Friday.
I was waiting for Charles to tell
I
us
know.
about the Air Force. It's like a Air Supreme
wow.
or something.
That's amazing.
cool. Yeah, he's retiring in September.
Yeah, that's amazing. And
Yeah.
50 years?
Yeah,
Does it
isn't that
say?
crazy?
51 years.
Yeah. But it was really cool for Lane to be able to talk to this guy and really like get to talk a little bit more. He's like,
Do
come
they
down
all
Florida.
have to go to base though?
Yeah.
They all have to
Yeah.
go. So he should start training now
Yeah.
and
yeah.
make sure that's
Yeah,
what
because he wants
to
to
do.
go. He wants to be an aerospace engineer, which I mean, you know, who knows? We have a bet going right now though, because he just took his PSATs, right? Which don't matter. Don't go to colleges. But he's like, I think I got a 1500. Where we look it up, you can only go like it's not even 1500. And I said, well, if you get this score, I'm gonna buy you that $250 Lego set that you wanted. And he says, oh, Dad just said he was gonna buy me ice cream. And I said, well, I mean, I want to reward, you know, your tests and your good behavior
Oh, look
and
at
stuff.
Commando noun. A
Thank you.
soldier specially trained to carry out raids.
Thank you.
Oh,
it
there we
is.
go.
Appreciate
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
only know the naughty version of Commando.
Apparently.
You know the Urban Dictionary.
That's where I went to right away. Okay.
Hey, I wasn't wrong for once. Hey,
Well,
you
I
guys should
feel
always
like
check
GI
us.
Joes were like commandos. I feel like GI Joes were commandos.
I don't know.
Were they like
about
special
those.
forces or something? Or
I don't know.
oh.
I think they should make really cool GI Joes based on people's real lives because so many people have done so many cool things.
Yeah.
But it's probably all secret and classified.
Oh, for sure. We're not allowed to know.
So
They made a cool GI Joe movie a couple years, well, like maybe like 10 years ago, but it wasn't terrible. I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
So you guys have our first PSATs. That's funny.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. I know Branson did really good in his, like, the English portion of the real ones you take for college.
We had to take ACTs.
Yeah.
We took ACTs because we're Midwest.
And there's
We're in
one that you take
Minnesota.
if you're gonna, like, if you wanna go to
And the
school out of state or
SATs.
something
The
like that.
SATs.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. What was I saying?
Branson.
Oh, Branson. So somebody taught him just a method of how to write a paper, and he followed this method, even though it probably wasn't a very well written. He did it in the right method. Like, it's just a puzzle, and he scored really, really well.
That's interesting.
So
Very
I
interesting.
was like, oh, thanks for teaching him that.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about that. It's really interesting though, you know, if you want to go to a military school, you have to have a letter written by a U.S. Senator, like, to get in. Like, it's almost impossible to get into, like, West Point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the Air Force Academy, all of those, because, like, I mean, he's in 8th grade, and
'cause,
he's like,
Kathy's boys that went to West Point.
yeah, and then you're like, how do you get to know a senator well enough to?
I mean, they know
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. But what I like is that his therapist is kind of like a mentor to him, and he knows these people, and he's like putting them in contact with them. I
Sure.
think that's really cool
No,
to
that's
have
amazing.
that
For sure.
in his life, because like they just spend their sessions doing that and like goal planning, which I'm like, all right, cool.
And I actually think you should go plan to basic training.
Time to get out and get jogging, kid.
Because that would be a lot.
Oh
I mean,
God, yeah.
It'd be a
that would be a
shock.
lot, and it'd be horrible to have all these mental aspirations and then
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah.
the physical part of
Yeah,
it.
that would be awful. I don't want to do basic training or boot camp. That sounds terrible.
It sounds like a nightmare to me.
Yeah.
We can barely do our 20
We work out at lunch, and sometimes
We
I'm just
do
like,
like
I
3
can't
sets
do
and
this.
take a minute break, but it's in the program. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
So
I said that for your birthday, I'd get it printed on a shirt. I can do anything in 20 minutes for 20
for 20
minutes.
seconds.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
For 20 seconds.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's just every exercise 20
20
seconds.
minutes, 20 seconds and then 20 minutes. But the new one is 30 seconds, and that was hard yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the 4 minute of pretend jump roping. It's like,
Oh.
are we done yet?
We're like, we're 1 minute in, and we're like, clearly it's been 15 minutes we've been doing this.
But Bryn didn't know she joined us, and she's like, "Are you guys like? You look like you're pretend jump roping." It's like that's what we are.
We're so good at being fitness influencers.
Yes.
People would laugh at us.
I just remember back in the day, just not laugh, but just really looking around and going to like, how can people not do this? Like, this is so easy to, like, you know, do the leg up things and just like with very little fat on me.
Yeah, now my hip pops every time I lift
Now I'm
one
like,
up.
I can't do that. My belly's in the way. I don't know how you
Can't do
how
that.
how you figure that one
I told
out.
Vicky today, I said, man, my knees hurt. Like, why do my knees hurt? Because that's what happens when you get old. This sucks.
Oh yeah, getting old. It's interesting.
We're supposed to say aging, not getting old. We're just aging. Aging gracefully.
Yeah. I was like, it's Grandma's 97th birthday today.
Oh,
Oh
seriously?
my goodness, is it
Yeah.
really?
Grandma Butcher's is
Oh.
97? Wow.
97.
And she's
That's
just
crazy.
she's just a doll. She's
Mhm.
so sweet.
She doesn't live on her own anymore, right? She finally moved in with other people to help her.
She lives at a senior living center now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's nice though. I mean, really for people just to have people around
She
them
likes
is
it.
really
Yeah,
nice.
to not be
She has
isolated.
a social life, and then they come clean her room like once a week or something.
Yeah, that's
She's
nice.
really
Because at
liking it.
97,
Yeah.
you probably don't have a lot of your friends left,
Mm-mm.
No.
and you maybe have outlived you have outlived your children.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, and then her daughter was kind of taking care of her. They retired, so they ended up moving up to like a cabin. So she's been driving 3 hours back and forth
Oh,
to take care of her.
God. That's a lot.
So when they didn't sell their house here until Grandma made the decision to go into the
Mhm.
home, and then they sold their house. But Grandma loves it. She's with people. She's like
Yeah.
got
Oh,
a
I'm
super
sure.
busy social schedule. She doesn't have to worry about meals.
Yeah, that's
Everything
nice.
is done. Yeah, she
Yeah.
probably doesn't forget to eat because it's. I mean, I can imagine it seems pointless for one person, kind of.
Yeah.
It's just weird that the sandwich generation, whatever they call it, where you're taking care of your parent, and you know people have their kids
And the grandkids.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I know a good friend of mine has a 7-year-old, and her mom living with her, and has lived with her for quite a while.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
That is a lot. It makes me tired just thinking about.
Yeah, it's just.
My husband's grandma, she was, both of his grandparents were deaf, and they became deaf, they got meningitis when they were kids. So, like, his grandpa lost his hearing when he was 12, but he could still, like, enunciate really well.
Mm-hmm.
His grandmother lost her hearing when she was 18 months, so she was not as,
Sure.
able to vocalize.
Mm-hmm.
So, after he passed away, she moved into a nursing home that had a large deaf community.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, she was like the last one standing. So then, kind of at the end, she lost people to talk to. This is so sad. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but she got. I saw Bill says
Seriously,
bingo was popular.
it
Yeah,
hit it.
That's funny. I don't know why I hit it. Unhide that. But
I did unhide it.
she had arthritis, so she
Put on
couldn't
the
speak
naughty
to
list
people.
there, Bill.
I know, right? Yeah. But because she couldn't speak, because you speak with your hand, and she couldn't move her hand very much, so it was just sad because she couldn't communicate
I just
anymore.
think that instead of teaching languages, we should all learn sign language.
Absolutely.
Because I get American Sign Language and other sign, but at least it's a way to communicate.
Yes.
Like a cup is a cup. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter
Yeah.
where you put it in a
Yeah.
sentence.
Sorry, that was
Yeah.
bad, Bill.
I think it's
Angel
funny.
and devil.
Yeah.
I just like that Facebook was like, nope.
Not gonna have it. Well, it was
We said allow.
That's
oh
funny.
my gosh.
Yeah. We have no problem with that, Bill.
Does the mic sound better? Is anybody?
Oh yeah, are you
issues?
having any issues hearing us, or is
Yeah,
it?
I'm so curious.
Because it seems so far away. It's like 15 feet away from us. I swear.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, maybe like 8, 10. That's not 15.
I guess not. I guess you couldn't line 3 of us up there.
No.
So maybe
it's
like 7 feet.
yeah. It is
I'm gonna
across
say.
the room, so it is kind of weird. It is nice not wearing them though.
Yeah. And
I
then
feel like I'm
kind
not,
of don't
like,
work. Somebody's mic
stuck
is
to my
crackly.
spot.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Nice not
Like
to
Willie
have
could
those.
come in here and he
Oh,
wouldn't
good.
be
Okay,
running
good.
over mic cords.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Willie was so sad that we came in here. Logan's dog. He was just like, okay, here I come.
He threw. We sound far away.
Oh,
Okay,
we
Patty,
do.
that's good to know.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll have to listen to that later
Yeah.
and see what adjustments
We might be
can
able
make.
to adjust everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun of our lives.
Yeah. This morning there's a bathroom between our offices, and Willie loves to lay in that bathroom, but he likes my bathroom door open. And so she went in and she only left her side open,
Because he was in front of the
blocking
her
it.
side.
Like he falls asleep in front of it.
He's as big as the bathroom.
He's huge.
Yeah, so he walks around and it does a little angry stomp and slams his head on my side of the door because he wants it open.
And then
Oh my
I'm like, oh
gosh.
my gosh, you want the door open? I opened it and he came in trotting so happy.
Oh my gosh. He is so
He's
willful
a
sometimes.
goon.
He likes stuff the way he likes it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And he's 5.5 months old, and he's 60 pounds.
oh, he's
He already looks like a
huge.
full
I
grown
just
dog.
turned up the volume. That's one way
Okay.
to do it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
He is funny.
He's almost 60 pounds, and he's 5.5 months old. It's hard to remember he's a puppy.
Oh yeah. I have a box in my office that the kids made him when he was little, and it's a puppy home, and he used to go in it when he was little. They cut out a hole, and now he can only fit his head in it. So he'll shove all his balls and stuff in it, and then all I hear behind me is his head inside the box trying to get all his toys out.
He has no idea how big he is. He jumps up on me, and his head's on the desk, and
He's
My favorite
a
is that we
boy.
have a shared folder on Google Photos of his photos.
Sir William.
Yeah, and it's the 3 of us and Logan, I think, are in the group. And so anytime we add photos, we get a notification. And this weekend, he sent us a photo of him sitting in a box like a cat.
Yes.
I was like, what is he doing?
It's got to be a pretty
Yeah.
big box to fit his butt too.
Yeah, not
He-
small.
He's pretty cute.
People are saying they have to turn the volume all the way up. Logan's working on it.
Oh, Logan's gonna turn
Oh,
our
he's gonna
volume
turn it up. So now we're gonna blast you guys out.
up. Yeah, then now you're gonna want to turn your volume
I hate when
down.
we're watching a movie and then all of a sudden, like
the commercials.
yeah, and like the volume will go up, like when the music comes
Well,
on. You know?
I don't know what it is. When you have the little mics on, you guys scream. And this, you're like just talking.
No,
at a
we're
normal
talking how we
volume.
always talk.
talking
This
at
is
a
our
normal
normal
volume.
volume.
This is a normal.
I feel
volume.
like we're kind of quiet.
You are being quiet.
I don't know. I'm
Normally
always this
we're
loud and
screaming.
annoying. So
I don't
tonight
know.
we have book club,
Yeah.
and we have our annual adult Easter egg hunt. What is this, like our 4th or 5th annual Easter egg hunt?
Something like that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and so everybody brings eggs for the amount of people that are going to be there.
It's kind of, I mean, it's so fun. We do a lot of reinvented child things, I'll say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so fun to go look at Easter eggs when you're a kid, so it's kind of fun to do it as an adult, too.
Yeah, and to make it about us, you know,
Yeah.
when so much of our lives
Silly
revolves around our
eggs.
kids and
We
stuff.
did a painting a couple months ago. Was
No,
it
last
2 months?
month.
Was it last month
Yeah,
we did
last
a
month.
painting?
Yeah.
Well, the right side of the room was beautiful. The left side,
Nah.
I need some things on my pool repainted, like the Mickey and Minnie out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I think I'm going to invite the right side.
Give them paint.
Funny
Yeah.
because mine's kind of creepy, but Estelle took it and actually took one of the things off the wall in her room and hung it
Oh,
up.
that's cute.
And I just see it. when
Weren't
I
they
walk
telling you
her
how
room.
talented you
Oh,
were?
yes,
And they were so impressed.
hyping me up. And
I
I'm
love
like,
that.
I've got mine on my mantle. Kevin thought it was adorable. So
That's
It's cute.
That's really funny. So yeah, so we have to decide though if we're gonna hide the eggs, if we're just gonna hand them to each other.
last year was so cold, so we just like.
It's supposed to
Took
be
'em
like
all.
mid-50s, so
Yeah.
I mean,
I
we'll
think
see.
we can. We'll see if it's
If it's nice
if
out.
it's nice out.
Well, so my problem is that we've always numbered the eggs, right?
Mhm.
So then
Of
like all of my
numbers.
eggs were 1, all of yours were 2,
Yeah.
yours were 3. I have now a smorgasbord of eggs that have numbers written on them.
Oh, mine are still like 2.
Yeah.
I mostly say 2, but last year I made all those mugs for you guys, so they had like your name on them.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I did
see.
it in tape, so I just had to peel all the tape off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why do I have names on these?
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
'cause I
right.
made mugs.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got to figure out how we're gonna do that. And
Well,
then
I've
we
got
have
a marker. I figure we can just cross it out, put a new different
Okay.
number on.
Sounds
I'd have
good.
to write
I didn't write any
Yeah.
because I figured I'd see where everybody else's are first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we could, well, no, I was gonna say we could just write our name on them.
And then you have to make sure that
Then
you have
just
one egg by
find
each
one
person.
from every person. But
Yeah.
Yeah, mine just all have 2s on them.
Until you have 9 eggs.
numbers are easier, I think.
Yeah. But then we're doing bring your own charcuterie board. So everybody brings something and we build the board.
Yes.
Which, if you know us, we can eat our weight in meat and cheese, and we will.
But my house hasn't been cleaned. I think I think this is the 4th week. Because Leanne went to Canada to go visit her family. And I was hoping, usually she knows when it's my book club. And it's like, do you want me to come Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah.
So my house doesn't smell pretty and nice like she
It'll
does
be
when
great.
she leaves, but it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be great. We'll love it just the same.
So we should probably hide the eggs outside.
We usually do any by the pool.
I
If
think
it's
one year we
warm,
did
yeah.
it inside because it was so whatever. I
Yeah.
mean, we've been hiding whatever with the kids forever.
We just have like a late winter going on right now. Like it's really just not warm.
I know because it came up in my memories that we went to that book convention
Yeah.
like a week earlier.
Yes,
and it was
warm.
nice out.
Mhm.
Like
we were
in
outside
little
with short sleeve
dresses
shirts. Yeah,
with a jean jacket.
yeah. When it was hash bash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
It
being
was
chilly
nice out.
after dinner, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was warmer during that. Not like, I mean, I don't know.
It's just dumb. I'm sick of it. I'm ready for warm
Hey,
and
at least
sun.
the sun's out most days.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out later. I don't know if it's out yet, but I need the sun.
Oh my
I
God.
need some vitamin D. This is dumb.
I'm there with you. Oh, have
Over
a happy
it.
Easter.
Oh yeah, Easter is on Sunday, isn't it?
This Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you ready?
You don't
Oh,
really need to.
I don't need to be because my parents now we go to dinner
Yeah.
and the Easter Bunny brings us something.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it very easy
That is nice.
for everybody.
That's nice that you don't have to mess with that.
It's nice. It's just like you just go eat a lovely
Yeah.
meal and
Yes. Yes.
Then
It's so much different when you have young kids and you've got to like hide the eggs and do all the things.
I just try not to go overboard with it anymore. I'm like, here's 10,
I know. I used
15
to
eggs a piece.
Yeah, I used to put a lot of stuff in their baskets, and now I'm like, enjoy the candy.
try having 5 kids.
Yeah, my God. All the holidays kind of get overblown sometimes.
They don't eat that much candy, and they don't eat that much stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, true story. I do baskets for my son's fiance and her sister too. So, because their parents moved to Florida, so I'm like, okay, I actually really like it though because I do girl baskets from always having boys. So their baskets actually have more than my son's because I'm like, here's a body oil I really want to try. You guys try it.
When you start having grandkids, then your kids are like,
It's funny. Well, and then like my future daughter-in-law, she's been really great because her mom's just not really into like the bridal stuff as much, and she lives in Florida, and she's super supportive, but Kaylin will always like, okay, we're gonna go do this, and I'm like, yay. Wedding dress shopping this day, I'm like, yay. So I don't know if mother of the grooms usually get to do all this stuff, but and then she'll tell her friend, she's like, yeah, I'm going with my mother-in-law to go, which is so weird to be called a mother-in-law, but she's like, I'm going to do this, and they're like, you hang out with your mother-in-law? Like, she's like, yeah, we have fun. I'm like, okay, cool, like, I hope we always have fun.
Yeah, I was so young planning my wedding. I mean, I was 20.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law told me, she's like, thank you so much for including me to go get the shoes. It was probably my mom's idea to do it.
She's a mom of sons.
And because she doesn't have girls. Yeah. And I just hadn't occurred to me, honestly, not that I would have loved for her to go. It just never occurred to me to invite her like she would want to go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's nice that you guys are doing that together.
It's super fun. We're doing all kinds of
You get your
things.
fake daughter who's going to become a real daughter.
Yeah, and I don't know if my other sons, if their, futures would include me or not. You just never know, so it's nice.
It is so weird. I think that's the weirdest thing, especially with having a larger family, is just all the dynamics of the others coming in now. It's like, so 2 of my kids are married, 1 engaged.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just interesting. It's not bad or anything. It's just it's a lot to manage anyway.
Well, it does change your
then
family
you just
dynamic,
add more.
right? Yeah.
And especially like priorities, because obviously their priorities going to shift.
Right. It used to be everybody came to this house for holidays, and now we're scattered to this house and this house, and it is interesting. Yeah. One of our cousins.
It's tough to manage for us too.
Oh, for sure.
Because we want to do everything, but we can't do everything.
One of our cousins is getting married this December, and he always would come to our house, and his fiance would go to her parents' house. And he's like, well, once we get married, we won't do that. I'm like, oh, but I want both of you to come to my house every time. I'll miss you if I don't see you,
Yeah.
And then you have to learn to share, and
It is.
don't want to do that. Luckily, though, this last year, my son's fiance's family came to our house because they were visiting from Florida. And I didn't know that they really, didn't kind of do, the traditional stuff we always do, like a big meal and stuff. So we do the penny game and some of our shenanigans, and they got to be a part of that. And I think they liked it. I mean,
Yeah.
welcome to our chaos.
Yeah, for sure. No, and then if people have multiple, then if the parents aren't together, now they've spread even further.
Yes.
So it just gets interesting for sure.
Yeah, ours used to be like that. We go to my husband's mom's house, dad's house, my parents' house, and then we were just exhausted. And finally, we just said, we're not doing this anymore. We have kids. We're sick of them not being able to play with their presents on Christmas because as soon as we open presents, we have to leave to go to somebody's house.
We kind of said Christmas is
Yeah.
we're chilling at home.
Yeah, and so now everybody comes to our house, which we love, and sometimes I'm just like, okay, can somebody help me clean up,
But now that Sedona's getting
But then
older,
when they have their own kids, it's going to switch again, possibly.
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
we invited you guys over Christmas morning. We're like, you guys can come over and see,
Right.
but
we're chilling.
our
We're
kids are gonna play with their stuff. and
Yeah,
hang out.
absolutely. And then it sucks because then you have to make that decision to prioritize. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but it's just like, all right, we've got to put ourselves first and, do what we've got to do.
It's hard when you've got kids that have, children that have kids,
Yeah.
and ones that don't.
Yeah.
And then, having a 15-year-old, now 15's not so bad, but when she was young, it was like, I can't really go to your house because we still have a child.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it was just interesting.
for sure. Yeah.
And it's just weird to share. I find I'm very protective of our family, kind of, and it is kind of hard to let other people fully into your family
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you just want
Yeah,
you
when
know.
you're used to like the way things were too, you know, so it's
So
just
it's
like,
like,
all right.
treat them well and we'll be fine.
We have no problems here.
So,
Yeah,
but
crazy. So we just finished our pet sale, and we had to pick our winner of our pet sale
Okay.
contest.
Pick our winner.
So,
okay.
and I think it's a year subscription to our Coffee of the Month Club.
Oh, that's fun. And
Sounds
we
about
barely
right.
have any. Our new subscriptions going
They
out?
shipped yesterday, and the rest shipped today.
There was
Okay.
like, I don't know, 8 or 10 stragglers that came in after hours last night
Yeah.
that shipped today.
Okay.
Yep,
So that'll be fun.
Yep.
So we
Yep.
can taste that maybe
Yep.
next time.
yep. You guys will be
Got
tasting
it.
that. I won't be
Tasting
here
next
next week, but Jessica's all ready to brew it for you guys. So
Okay.
I let her know to make sure you guys brew.
Okay.
And yeah, the theme was Kentucky Derby, so I think people are really gonna like
yeah,
the
hopefully you
flavors.
guys are liking the flavor.
Yeah, you guys snapped up the last one so quick.
I was
Oh
like,
my
nobody probably has them in hand yet because we were waiting for one flavor
Yes.
until
minute.
yesterday.
Yeah. We were waiting a while.
So
But yeah,
it's
we
a
got
fun
those in
vibes.
now.
And if you're already signed up for it, then we'll figure that out too.
Mhm.
Extended or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly.
it give you or if you want to or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yep,
So.
so that'll be fun. We'll pick our winner and then oh.
Well, gosh, I guess everybody have a great Easter. I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
Sunday.
I know, yeah. That's why we're having the
So.
Easter egg hunt
Okay.
for our store in Flint.
Yeah, we're doing it Friday. So if you're in the Flint area, we will be doing our
Yeah.
Easter. You can go find
it
our
gets
Easter egg at local
announced
businesses
on the Flint page.
Yeah, Coffee
Miller
Beanery
Road.
Flint.
on our
Right,
Coffee
yeah.
Beanery Miller Road
Yeah.
page. Yeah.
I actually haven't announced it yet. I got a lot of work to do.
So, but it'll be fun. There's different eggs, and it's one you can find one group,
Pick
but it's
Ozzy.
fun.
Mhm.
So
We put it in a random generator.
Yes.
we do. We pick. We
But-
don't pick stuff.
but
It
we'll
goes in
give
a,
you,
in
Yeah.
a thing. But
all
now
the
I'm
good
gonna go
luck.
check out Ozzy. I actually want to go check out all the pets.
So yeah, Patti sent me the picture. Ozzy is a black cat, and I think she said he's crazy. The
Well,
picture I saw, he had his back arched.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
he came by the name Ozzy for good reason then.
Ozzy
Because
Osbourne by
Ozzy's
chance?
a little.
Little eccentric. Did you guys ever watch that show when Ozzy was on TV?
Yeah. Great show.
And I love how you can barely. He just mutters like that when he
I
talks.
think they did subtitles.
Yeah, they
Nobody
had
could-
to. Nobody could understand.
Nobody could
Sharon,
understand it.
Sharon.
She put the English accent in there.
Yeah.
Oh, really quick though, I've got to tell you. So I watched Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah, you
I
told
was
me to
thinking
watch
of-
that.
I watched
It-
the whole thing. I'm done.
I did you. I watched the whole thing
It's
too. I was
so
obsessed.
sweet.
It is so sweet, and it really did help me understand different types of autism.
Uh-huh.
So Love on the Spectrum,
It
and
is
it's about
such a cute
finding
show.
love when you have autism,
Okay.
or there's some downs. There's other
Disabilities.
disabilities
Yeah.
on there, and it's heartbreaking. Like this one gentleman's like 63 years old, and he's never been in love or had a
Aw.
girlfriend, and he wants that in his life.
Yeah.
And he reminds me of Dick Van Dyke. He's just like
Hilarious.
theatrical,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
But it really did give me more understanding. And then it's very heartwarming, especially watching the parents too.
Yeah.
You want your kids to find love and have
Yeah.
somebody to share their life with. And it is really, really good. My daughter, my 15-year-old Sedona, kept telling me about it and showing me things, and I kind of not blew her off, but kind of.
Mhm.
And then I started watching it with her, and then we watched
It's
it together
so
this weekend.
cute.
It's so sweet. I'm curious what people with autism, how they feel about
I
it.
actually went on Reddit because I was curious
Yeah.
about that too, and there were some mixed reviews.
Yeah.
But it seemed like most of the people who actually had a diagnosis really liked the show and liked that it showed, lots of different,
It shows a lot of different.
like where you're at on the spectrum. Like if there's
Yeah.
lots, there is more
Mhm.
severe, and then
Yeah.
so most of the people. And then the people that seemed upset about it almost seemed upset on behalf of other people.
Mm.
Oh, which happens
So,
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was some upset. I don't know. I didn't think. I guess there was a show in the UK called The Undateables where they kind of made fun of people on the
Oh,
spectrum.
okay.
That's awful.
So there was some not great things
Yeah.
from that,
Mhm.
but For the most part,
as a
people were
person
really
not
happy.
on the spectrum,
Yeah.
my view of these people, I mean, I wanted them all to just be happy
so
and successful and just find their
It was
person.
super endearing.
And it was I just loved it. We laughed, we cried, you know what I mean? I mean, it was really,
It was super
it was very-
lighthearted and
yes.
which I
And I
liked.
adored all these people, and they are
Yes.
so different from each other on the show. Some of the personalities are just,
But-
you just James, I think it was
Oh my gosh.
hilarious, and
Yes.
so eloquent and so well spoken.
But it's kind of cool too because it gives you an insight that you might not get otherwise on kind of what they're thinking, feeling, what they go through.
Yes.
Like the man who was 63 and never found love,
And
right?
just got diagnosed
Yeah.
not that long ago, so
Yeah.
he's been
yeah.
not understood for many
Yeah,
years.
right. He
Well,
was
I
in the
think
wrong
it
And then they're
school.
hyper focused. Quite a few of them are very hyper focused on things.
Yeah.
So on my Dolly chat group, like they all liked the one that she really likes American Girls.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Madison.
Well, I
That's
think
fun.
it was even cool to see how much Abby grew from
Yes.
the first season to the last season.
Yeah.
Like at first she was like really resonating with being a mermaid, and then in the second
Aw,
she's
yeah.
like, I've kind of grown out of that. Like it was
Yeah.
it was kind of cool to
Well,
see.
and they have a therapist who actually is on the spectrum as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And she does some very, I mean, it was very interesting for her to hear her coaching them and then having them use it. Like I liked the really chatty, smiley guy, I don't remember his
Tanner.
name.
Mhm.
Tanner, who I loved.
So cute.
And he would say her words. He's like, you know what? I don't have anything to say right now, but I'm having a really good time.
Oh wow.
You know,
Like, cause
Yeah.
you couldn't think
because
of anything
because
else.
he just filled space,
Yeah.
which I do.
What? We
So
don't
it
do
was
that.
really good.
Or like when she did
watching
the
them.
ball one.
Yes.
And she rolled these balls and she asked all these questions at the
Mhm.
same time, and the girl's trying to catch them all, and then she's kind of like teaching them how to leave space in a conversation.
Like, okay, you get the ball. Okay, now you ask something.
I
Okay,
could-
now I get the ball and I ask something.
I could use help with that too.
We all,
For sure.
all the balls that we throw out.
All of them.
But if you haven't watched it, I thought it was like one of the best shows I've
yeah,
ever
you guys
watched.
told me to watch it. I don't watch reality
Love on the
TV,
Spectrum.
so
Is that, I
Yeah.
think it's on
Yeah.
Netflix.
It is
Yeah.
on Netflix,
Okay.
and my favorite part is whoever's recording it,
Yes.
the dogs. They cut
Yes,
the
notice.
dogs.
They
all
love the dogs and the
time.
cat. All like every third
All the
shot is
pets.
like the dog.
It's so funny.
But the dogs' faces are pretty hilarious too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're like,
They almost like add to the
They
conversation.
do.
that
love
sounds
it.
fun.
it was really sweet.
I love
So,
that.
but anyway, everybody have a wonderful Easter,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and we will see you next week. Try new coffees.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.